Hello, welcome to HBI 2026. I'm Rakshitha. I'm a lead journalist with Healthcare Business International. We have with us today Sebastian James, CEO Veonet. Welcome, Sebastian.
Thank you.
I have three questions for you today.
Yes.
What makes ophthalmology platforms an attractive investment for private equity?
Well, I think there's a few things. If you think about the world today, it's quite strange. So firstly, geopolitics has gone crazy. You have tariff action happening more or less at random in the United States. And of course, we have the big turbulence around AI and what's that going to do to businesses up and down the value chain. And when you think about ophthalmology, we are, in some sense, a very boring business. We take a very predictable condition that happens to nearly everybody once they reach around 65, and we fix it. And in a world where geopolitics is complicated and where we don't know what AI is going to do to everybody's business, actually it's not a bad place to be working for national health systems across Western Europe, doing a very essential and relatively simple activity, which requires some skill, but doesn't feel like it's going to be as subject to the turbulence that we're seeing elsewhere.
Perfect. Okay. And how do you see the evolution of private companies working along with, public health providers?
I think we're seeing a pretty profound shift in the way different countries are thinking about this.
Yeah.
I think historically there's been some suspicion of private companies working with public health systems to deliver excellent care. But I think what most countries that have embraced it have found is that waiting lists go down, quality of care improves, costs go down, and investment increases. And those are all things that are absolutely essential to every single government in Western Europe and in the developed world. And so I think that we have an essential role to play in driving that agenda forward. And so far it seems to be working really, really well.
And do you think we will continue seeing these partnerships?
I believe we will not only continue to see them, but see them increase and enlarge. I think that any rational healthcare system should be thinking about how do I operate with all the talents, all of the different sources of capital, and all of the different management skills that can deliver the best possible outcomes for my population. And those healthcare systems that are doing that are inevitably working more and more with private companies to get a really high quality outcome.
Yeah, no, that's very interesting. Just building on that, Sebastian, looking ahead maybe 5 or 10 years, what will differentiate the companies that succeed over the next 5 years from those that don't?
So I think there's a few things. The first one is the companies that succeed need to recognize that their job, our job, is to provide excellent quality care at a very low price for public healthcare systems. And those companies that recognize that as their job, I think are going to do better than those that take a short-term view of profit or whatever it is. That's the first thing. The second thing is there is no doubt that there is pressure on budgets around all of the developed world in healthcare. And so those companies that succeed will be those that continually find innovation, new technologies, and new ways of driving efficiency in the delivery of those healthcare services. And then the third thing is going to be those companies that I think that have a really clear defined platform and method of operation. And certainly in our sector, we see different models. We see people who basically have a collection of individual clinics. We take a different view, which is that we want to build an absolutely clear platform that has one way of doing things.
Great. Many thanks for being with us, Sebastian.
Not at all.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.